Well, as the coronavirus pandemic continues, people are falling victim to scams that look like they're supposed to help you stay safe.
U.S. Attorney Scott Blader joins us by the phone right now to talk about how the government is cracking down on these scams and how you can help. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Mark and Charlotte. Thanks for having me on.
Great. What kind of things are we seeing out there?
Well, first, if I can just take the opportunity, I want to reassure the public that their federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies continue to partner with one another to fight crime and to ensure public safety through this pandemic. You know, I can honestly say, Mark and Charlotte, the partnership between law enforcement right now are stronger than I've ever seen them in my career. Everyone is really working together to get through this challenge, and everyone's contributing. For our part at the United States Department of Justice, not only are we prosecuting the traditional crime, but we're keeping a very watchful eye on frauds and schemes that seek to exploit the coronavirus. And we're asking the public's help in doing that by contacting a national hotline should they come into contact with any of those schemes.
Have you heard of any schemes so far?
We have. And so the department's monitoring a variety of schemes both here in Wisconsin as well as nationally. We're attempting to monitor any schemes that involve the sale or the invoicing of COVID-19 cures or vaccines or test kits. As you know, there really is no medically approved tests yet, and we're asking the public to be very wary of any solicitations for those tests. We're also asking the public to be very mindful of any emails that appear to be coming from any type of government agencies offering mortgage or debt relief, but are really asking for the public's personal information or their financial information. And then we're also asking people, in addition, if I may, to be very careful about some of the social media scams that we're monitoring as well that involve donations for COVID-19 patients or for research, which in fact are not legitimate.
What about price gouging? You seen a lot of that?
We are. This administration has been rather aggressive, putting forth an executive order and enforcing the Defense Production Act, which now allows us, effective today, to prosecute both hoarding and price gouging. But I must note that those provisions are really focused right now on medical supplies that are needed to address the COVID-19 pandemic. And so we're looking at medical equipment and supplies. At this point, the department will be trying to make sure there are no bottlenecks in the supplies that are necessary to treat COVID-19 so that people who need these services and need this equipment can get them. So things like respirators and masks and prescription medications and disinfectants and gloves will all be monitored, and we're asking for the public and businesses' help to advise us if there's anybody who's hoarding these materials or trying to sell them well above market price.
We know early on in this COVID-19 pandemic that, especially on Amazon, when people were trying to get all the hand sanitizers, there's a lot of outrageous prices out there for just a really small 8-ounce bottle. And it seems like Amazon has done a good job of tampering down on that. What have you seen around Wisconsin that might be in line with what Amazon has done?
And so we're working with our state and local authorities. The Wisconsin Department of Ag and Consumer Protection has been monitoring a variety of different, reports, if you will, of price inflation. And it's my understanding that they sent out approximately 16 cease and desist letters, primarily for things such as household items, disinfectants, and sanitizers. At this point, federally, we're looking at more of the medical supply chain, those things that you need, including equipment and medical gowns. That's what we're trying to enforce from our end.
All right, some great information there, Scott. Thank you very much. And if you see COVID-19 related fraud cases, the contact information is, the number to call is 866. There's on your screen, 720-5721, or email disaster@leo.gov.